What is going on, everybody? I am the FD Guru, bringing to you guys a Wednesday NBA edition of my DFS podcast. We have 9 games on the main slate tonight. Coming off of a extremely disappointing night last night. Crazy stuff going on. Couple ejections. We had an injury to Paul George. We had the best game of the night, Kings and Clippers, turning into a 30-point blowout when it was a 2-point spread. So if you somehow avoided all that stuff and you cashed in, good for you. I didn't really. The DKGPP did well, somehow avoided all that stuff, but I was exposed to all the other I was exposed to those guys in all the other lineups. This is the hybrid that cashed in cash lineups. Had Dante Exum and Reggie Jackson in all of my lineups. They ended up being smash plays. 40 for Exum, 34 for Jackson. Klay Thompson and Eric Gordon were just so bad. Eric Gordon shot like 1 of 10 from the field. You even had Josh Okogie get hurt and be done at halftime, and he started the second half, still played like shit. Paul George never came out for the second half. And then Jokic, I had him on GPP. It was a disaster all around. Looking for a bounce back here. We got 9 games, not a ton of value, and not a lot of injury guys. We got Zion Williamson questionable. We have both Lakers stars questionable, but we can only, take that as serious as, we can't take that too seriously because LeBron and AD, they're questionable a lot. I'm going to lean towards them both playing. We all know how that goes over in Los Angeles, but Zion's questionable. We got Daniel Gafford questionable. And then we got news that Kevin Durant is playing tonight, so that kind of makes Phoenix unplayable with their 3 stars all in. But we'll get right into the video here. 5 plays, 1 for each position. Like the video and subscribe. Looking for a nice Wednesday night. Point guard, I like Jalen Brunson at under 8K. The Knicks project out pretty well against the Jazz. The Jazz are without John Collins tonight, but they do get Lauri Markkanen back and Walker Kessler. I expect this game to stay close. The Knicks are on the road. They're only 6-point favorites. Now they're 5-point favorites because Markkanen's been ruled in. Brunson looks good at 7,800. He's been averaging 38 fantasy points on the year. That's what he needs to hit value tonight. No Jordan Clarkson for the Jazz either tonight. Jalen Brunson's going to have the inexperienced Keontae George covering him. I think he takes advantage of him. He's been very consistent. He's a good cash game guy. Hasn't played, up to par the last 2 games, getting only 32 fantasy points, but we can project him for 38 tonight in a pretty good matchup against the Jazz. This has a nice 228 over-under, so I like Brunson as a $7,800 point guard tonight. For shooting guard, I like Chris Middleton. This Bucks and Pacers game, another record-setting over-under. It's at 258.5. We have 2 extremely fast-paced teams. Like Middleton a lot in this spot. He's going to get a lot of shots up. He's only 6,600. He needs 33 fantasy points to hit value. And the main reason why he's catching my eye tonight is he finally played true starters minutes last game against the Bulls. He's had a rest day in between games here. We can project him for over 30 minutes. Again, it looks like his restriction limit has been taken off, which is awesome because that was the only thing holding back Chris Middleton. He has 36 fantasy points in the last 2 games. He scored 36 in limited action in 29 minutes against the Pacers last time he played them. I like the idea of Middleton producing against the Pacers in a very, very friendly matchup tonight, with that minutes limit basically taken off of him. Small forward, I like Mikal Bridges at 8,000 against his former team in Phoenix. This game should stay close. There's not a lot of blowout risk tonight, which is always great. The biggest risk is the Sixers in Detroit for good reason because the Pistons have lost 20 in a row. It's a 12-point spread over there, but if you can trust the Pistons staying in the game, they have a lot of good value plays. Thompson, Bogdanovich, Cunningham. If you can hope that game stays close, not too bad. But the Suns and Nets game, 2-point spread, 227 over under. I like Bridges against his former team tonight. he has dropped all the way down to 8,000. He was 8,500 just a couple of slates ago due to his, below average performances over the last two, but that's okay. He's been really good. Maybe more of a GPP guy because he has represented, a low floor, but he has a really high ceiling, so there's a little bit of risk in Mikal Bridges, but he's obviously the number one for the Nets. 227 over under, like I said, in Phoenix. He could easily get 40 fantasy points to hit value tonight. He's projected for right around 40. And then, like he showed a few games ago, he has a 60-point upside. For power forward, we're going to go to Keldon Johnson. Again, there's not a lot of great cheap value tonight, so I'm kind of going in the middle tier range. Keldon Johnson at 6,800. Pretty good matchup against the Lakers. We're used to seeing him around 73 to 7,500. Keldon Johnson below 7,000 looks pretty good. He needs 32 fantasy points to hit value, 32, 33, and he's averaging right around that on the year. The Lakers only 3-point favorites tonight. That makes me wonder if, there's a decent chance that LeBron or AD gets held out on the second leg of a back-to-back, or maybe it's just a 3-point spread because they expect the Lakers to be a little sluggish, playing 2 games in 2 days. But it's a great over-under, 231. It's a great game environment. Keldon has represented a high ceiling in some games this year, and he's got a pretty nice floor. He's going to get you over 30 fantasy points most games, and then he has mid-40s upside. So, this fast-paced matchup against the Lakers with a high over-under looks pretty good for Keldon Johnson at his price. And then for center, I like Orlando Robinson again with no Bam Adebayo. I hope people hawk game logs and they don't pick him because the last 2 games he got into foul trouble. The Cavs, he picked up 2 quick fouls, couldn't really play real minutes, and was battling foul trouble. I think he ended with 5 fouls. Was battling foul trouble again against the Hornets last game, ended with 5 fouls. We saw Kevin Love get, low 20s in minutes. If Orlando Robinson can stay out of foul trouble, he's most likely going to play mid to high 20s in minutes, and he has shown when he has the time on the court, he can, produce. He needs 26 fantasy points to hit value. If we are projecting him for 26 to 30 minutes tonight, he has shown that he is a fantasy point per minute kind of guy in his game log. So we can feel pretty good about rostering him in a very favorable matchup against the Charlotte Hornets. This also has a tight spread, or no, it doesn't. The Heat are 8-point favorites, so it's a little bit risk of a blowout, but I do like Orlando Robinson. Thomas Bryant is not in this rotation. Kevin Love getting some extra minutes because Robinson has found himself fouling. Hopefully we can avoid that foul trouble tonight because it's a good play at 5,200. That'll do it for this video, guys. Like and subscribe. Let's have a nice bounce back night. Hopefully no ejections, hopefully no injuries, and we dodge all of that nonsense. Until next time, I am the FD Guru. Peace.